Welcome to today's Lydia's Ladies video, and I wanted to share, well, first of all, Happy New Year if I haven't seen you. I wanted to share some of my goals about like reading one book minimum a month, and just another one about prayer goals. So I've written out a book list for myself just to help myself build and grow in my faith and get closer to God by reading a wide variety of books and actually reading them to the end and doing all the exercises in between that the author writes as well, rather than before in the past I've kind of jumped on a book, read a couple of chapters, someone else has suggested another book, I've jumped on that book, read a couple of that chapters, and I've never really completed a book. Particularly last year was a bit of a bad habit. I'd covered about 40%, 50, 60% of a number of books, but I never read any of them. Maybe about 3 to the end of completion, if you know what I'm saying. So this 2019, things are different. Please let me know what books you're reading, which ones you think would help me. The ones on my list, the first one I'm going to hit for January for my faith work, just to build closer to God, is The Battle That Kings Lost by, this is my book list, January, by Dr. Raul Marino, and that book's available on Amazon on paperback and on Kindle. And this one helps you so much in regards to if you struggle, if you've had a huge sexual past and you struggle with as a Christian. It's got some amazing tips in there, like goes through 4 different parts on how to like really tackle it. He talks about it's a losing battle basically, and then he talks about it's a battle of your heart, and then he talks about it's a battle of your mind. Then he gives you practical steps and exercise to overcome sexual sin in regards to your mind, thought, looking at people inappropriately, porn, masturbation, a whole bunch of different sexual sins. If you read his contents page, you'll be like, yep, I can relate. There's someone that is either struggles with yourself, or someone who you mentor, someone who you know struggles with A, B, C or D of what he's put down in his contents page. There's so many different things that he goes through. I've talked about this book before, but if you ain't read it before, you need to read this or give it to someone that struggles in their heart, in their mind, in their thoughts with sexual sin, or in their body. And so it goes through a number of different stuff, like deciding not to fight, occupation by the enemy, can you really overcome them, if you can see some of the contents page there, talking about the mind and the battle, and like it gives some practicals and stuff like that, and the lies that Satan tells you and stuff. So that's an amazing book. And so January I'm going to be hitting that book. It's around kind of 200 or so pages. So for me, I've got my little calculator out. On Kindle, the page numbers changes slightly. It goes to like a percentage. So I've worked it out on the pages on Kindle. In the hard copy, it might be slightly different. So say like it's around 200 or so pages. So I've done like, okay, 31 days in January. So I've done 200 and something divided by 31, which gives kind of average around 7 pages a day. So my goal is to read 7 pages of that book a day and do all of the exercises, so that by the end of January I should have knocked off The Battle That Kings Lost and actually won the battle of that. Definitely got some great pointers to kind of lead me through the rest of the year, or anyone else that I need to mentor to who struggles with impure thoughts and stuff like that. So I'm so excited to read that book in totality, read the whole way through. I'm going to be doing that in this month, January. So if you've got books you've gone through, you've never really gone through it, set a daily target of what you're going to read and just do it, and tick a box and give yourself a treat at the end of the week when you've achieved that goal. Another tip that I heard was that you can read, like set the alarm clock and then see how many words you can get through on a page. Then that gives you your average reading time. So that's how many minutes you can read per day or per sitting session or on the train, etc., if you know how fast you can read. But for me that doesn't work, because different times of the day I can read fast, or some days I can read really slow. If I'm hearing background noise, it may distract me slightly. So do what works best for you, but I'd really encourage you at least read one book a month. That means at the end of 2019 you've read 12 books. If you can do more, do more. You know, definitely, I really think that you can do that. So I'm going through January, Battle That Kings Lost, 30 Days at the Cross, Joe Willis's book, Captivating Heart, Way Down Diet, Preparing to Be a Helpmeet, Praying Woman, Victory of Surrender, all the way through, Sacred Singleness, Authentic Beauty. I'm going to go all the way through 2020, and Bait of Satan. If you know any other books that you think are going to help me, or ones that you've read which were helpful for you in any area of your faith life, or just your life in general, you think that can help me, or you think can help someone that I may know, please drop it in the comments or just message me, so that we can all grow closer to the Lord and stronger in our faith together. Okay, so I hope this helps you. And one more thing as well, I've always got a tip. I love making prayer jars. So you can either, this is an old peanut butter jar, right? So it's either you can make a prayer jar, or you can have it as a grateful thoughts or thankful thoughts jar. So if you have cut out like pretty coloured paper like mine, here's one I made earlier, and you can write on it just something of thanks for each day. And then once you've written it, you pop it into your prayer jar like so. Of course, when I'm trying to do the video, it's not working. So I'll just be praying about different various things. Like, okay, thanks God for history. Thank you God for my faith. And thank you God for the ability to dream and good health, and praying continuously about all these things. Then I drop them into the prayer jar or the grateful thanks jar. Put them in here like so. And then at the end, December 30th or 31st, whenever you've got time at the end of the year, go through all of this, put all of them out, and then just go through. And it really helps you to be like, wow, God has done amazing things. Because sometimes you can forget like the great things God has done. You're like, oh, this is too hard, this is too long, didn't get this, didn't get that. You can focus on what you didn't get. But these jars help you to remember like what to pray about and what to be grateful about and thankful about. So you can have a grateful heart all the way through 2019, regardless if it's good, bad, in the middle, whatever happens. Make yourself a prayer jar or a booklet or whatever kind of works for you, so that each day you can drop something in there, something great that God has done, just to encourage and just give you that little piece of joy for that day. So I hope this helps. So those, I'm going through my 2019 goals. Keep me accountable, ladies. 12 books by the end of this year, minimum 1 book a month. Then also just to keep myself a prayer jar or just a grateful things or thoughts jar as well each day. So end of the year I'll have like 365 around. If I'm feeling really grateful, I'm going to write more than in there. It's just so nice at the end of the year when you just read through these little piece of paper like, wow, God's done so much. It can really help and soften your heart, particularly like, being a Christian's long. Do you know what I'm saying? So it really, really helps you to check your mindset, check your heart, and just be grateful to God. So I hope these help you. Let me know what books you're going to read. Let me know what you're going to do to help maintain a joyful, grateful, and a thankful heart. And of course, lady, if you want to get hold of me, love sitting down, going through the scriptures, doing Bible studies over hot chocolate. If you're doing one right now, please message me and message me on whatever video or platform you're watching. And always have a great and amazing day, ladies.